In 2026, Kenya's military landscape witnessed a dramatic transformation with the unveiling of the modernized 122mm rocket artillery system. This development marked a strategic leap in East Africa's evolving defense ecosystem, signaling Kenya's growing ambition to establish itself as a regional military power. While Kenya has long maintained a disciplined and professional military, this new 122mm rocket system places them on a completely new technological tier, giving them unprecedented firepower and rapid response capabilities in both defensive and offensive scenarios. The 122mm rocket artillery system, known for its versatility and devastating impact, has historically been a battlefield equalizer. Initially derived from Soviet-era designs like the BM-21 Grad, the Kenyan iteration in 2026 has been significantly upgraded with enhanced targeting systems, improved range, and local adaptation for terrain mobility and logistical efficiency. The new system is a symbol of modern warfare, a fast, mobile, and lethal, designed not just for deterrence, but for dominance. What makes this development so significant is Kenya's position within a geopolitically volatile region. Surrounded by countries with fluctuating political landscapes and security concerns such as Somalia, Ethiopia, and South Sudan, Kenya's move to modernize its rocket artillery is not just a matter of national defense, but a broader statement of regional readiness and deterrence. In a time when border security and counterinsurgency operations remain top priorities, the 122mm rocket system emerges as a powerful strategic asset. Technically, the 122mm rockets being deployed in 2026 by the Kenya Defense Forces are part of a broader modernization initiative backed by international cooperation and local manufacturing innovation. These rockets are typically launched from 40-tube multiple launch rocket systems mounted on all-terrain military trucks. The upgraded versions now feature inertial navigation systems, INS, and, in some cases, GPS-guided technology to drastically improve accuracy, reducing the circular error probable, CEP, and allowing for precision strikes even in rugged, jungle-covered, or mountainous environments. One of the standout features of the new 2026 Kenyan system is the modular launcher design. Unlike previous versions that were fixed or cumbersome to reload, the Kenyan variant allows for rapid tube replacement and electronic firing control. This means faster turnaround between salvos and the ability to reposition quickly after firing, avoiding counter-battery fire from hostile forces. This shoot-and-scoot capability is critical in modern artillery warfare, and Kenya has clearly recognized that in its new doctrine. The rockets themselves, while nominally retaining the 122mm diameter, now offer extended range and diversified payloads. Traditional 122mm rockets had a maximum range of around 20 to 30 kilometers. The 2026 version fielded by Kenya has extended that range up to 45 kilometers, with some experimental variants reaching beyond 50 kilometers thanks to improved propellant mixtures and aerodynamically optimized rocket bodies. Payloads have also diversified: high-explosive fragmentation, thermobaric warheads, and even drone-deploying submunitions have been reported in field exercises. These improvements are not just theoretical. In early 2026, Kenya conducted live-fire exercises in the remote northern region near the Chilbi Desert. These exercises showcased not only the raw power of the upgraded 122mm system but also its integration with Kenya's newly developed battlefield command and control network. Using real-time drone reconnaissance feeds, forward observers could adjust fire missions dynamically, creating a responsive artillery net that could hit moving targets or provide continuous suppressive fire with near-instant corrections. What also makes this system unique is the local assembly and partial manufacturing done within Kenya. Through partnerships with Eastern European defense companies and domestic arms contractors, Kenya has begun producing some of the launcher chassis and even certain rocket components locally. This move drastically reduces dependency on foreign supply chains and allows the military to rapidly scale up production if a large-scale mobilization is required. It also reflects Kenya's long-term vision of becoming a self-reliant defense manufacturer in the African continent. In terms of mobility, the launcher vehicles have been mounted on 6x6 high-mobility trucks specifically adapted for Kenyan terrain: sandy deserts in the north, humid forests in the west, and mountainous regions in the center. The vehicles have reinforced suspension, central tire inflation systems, and enhanced engine cooling units to handle extended operations without maintenance downtime. With a full load of 40 rockets and automated targeting systems, each launcher is essentially a mobile artillery battalion capable of delivering destruction within minutes of deployment. But where does this development place Kenya in terms of regional power dynamics? In East Africa, few nations have heavily invested in mobile rocket artillery. While Ethiopia has made strides in ballistic missile programs, and Uganda has focused on armored divisions, Kenya's investment in precision-guided rocket systems marks a strategic pivot towards fast deployment, high-impact artillery warfare. This is crucial for rapid border engagements, insurgency suppression, and even peacekeeping operations under the African Union or United Nations mandates. In counterterrorism operations, especially near the Somali border where Al-Shabaab remains a persistent threat, the 122mm rocket system gives Kenya unmatched deep strike capability. Militants using vehicles or mobile camps deep inside difficult-to-reach areas can now be struck with accurate rocket barrages without exposing ground troops to ambush or ride threats. This not only saves lives but ensures quick mission success in time-sensitive operations. Moreover, the psychological impact of such a system cannot be overstated. The roar of a rocket salvo, the streak of dozens of rockets through the sky, and the overwhelming destructive force delivered in a few seconds create a powerful deterrent effect on any hostile actors. Kenya's message is clear: it is ready, capable, and willing to defend its territory and people with decisive force. On the international stage, Kenya's acquisition and development of the 122mm rocket system has caught the attention of global defense analysts. NATO observers during joint training exercises praised the efficiency and rapid deployment of the system. Several African defense ministries have already shown interest in visiting Kenyan training grounds to learn more, signaling possible future defense cooperation or export opportunities. The integration of modern digital battlefield management systems has also elevated this artillery system beyond a mere weapon platform. By linking the rocket systems with drones, satellite imagery, and encrypted tactical radios, Kenya has built a smart artillery grid. Targeting data can be relayed within seconds, rockets can be fired in pre-programmed salvos, and battle damage assessment can begin even before the smoke clears. This is the future of warfare, and Kenya is clearly stepping into it. training and doctrine have also evolved in parallel. The Kenya Army Artillery Corps has undergone extensive retraining with the support of foreign advisors, focusing on modern fire support coordination, counter-battery radar avoidance, and digital fire mission planning. New artillery schools have been set up in Laikipia and Mbakazi, with simulation technology allowing gunners to practice complex fire missions without using live ammunition. Beyond the battlefield, the 122mm rocket system also contributes to Kenya's strategic posture in continental security initiatives. As a contributor to AMISOM and various regional stability operations, Kenya now brings not just infantry and mechanized units, but also long-range fire support capabilities. In future multinational exercises or joint deployments, Kenya will be able to act as a key fire support hub, adding immense tactical value to allied missions. It's worth noting that Kenya's emphasis on responsible and defensive use of these systems is crucial. In every official briefing, the Kenya Defense Forces have emphasized that these rocket systems are meant for deterrence and national defense, not aggression. Kenya has also committed to transparency in procurement and operational doctrine to avoid regional arms race concerns. In conclusion, the 2026 deployment of the 122mm rocket artillery system by Kenya is a landmark moment in African military modernization. It reflects a nation investing in smart, mobile, and deadly precision systems that can change the outcome of a conflict in mere minutes. For a country that sits at the crossroads of geopolitics, economics, and regional security, such a move is not just about hardware, but about national strategy and long-term sovereignty. This new rocket system is a symbol of what African defense forces can achieve: innovation, adaptation, and strength. As Kenya continues to evolve its military doctrine and technological backbone, one thing is clear: the sound of rocket fire in the skies above Kenya now tells a very different story. A story of readiness, deterrence, and a bold new era of defense capabilities.